associate with him because he always looks pissed off, or he really? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh, he looks like that guy that fucking. It's just one of those Western Sydney starter packs, bro. You know what I mean? You know, Western City starter pack. You know.
Hello everyone, this is the next episode of BlessedPod. We're here for another episode with yours truly, featuring Ali, and we've got a very special guest today. Without further ado, how special?
They're all special.
They're all special, true. They're all special, but we've got a
this
very,
one's
very
a special one.
We've got
in
a very
different
special
way.
one in a very different way, right? So I've known this guy actually only a couple of years now. But I think when we linked up, we just really clicked. We just originally just had that vibe. And little did I know he was actually fucking pretty good guy. And we'll talk more about everything in today's episode. This might go a bit over time, but he's got a lot to share. We've got a lot of questions. We want to get the most out of this guest today. But yeah, without further ado, I'd like to introduce everyone to Chris.
Okay, Steez.
Steez, okay, Steez. How are you, brother?
Not too bad yourself?
Yeah, not too bad. I guess you and I go a bit back, and then I think you and Ali started to go to some stuff, some seminars, as well back in the day. But yeah, man, how's things? We want to get started, but I think we won't go through the usual route we go through with the questions, but we want to start with the your story, how far have you come? Where did it all start for you, bro?
So it all started for me probably a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
I started doing graphic design when I was younger.
Yeah.
And then I got into personal training through graphic design, which is weird because that's a whole different industry.
Yeah.
For sure.
You know, but I just always thought of myself as a type to have different visions, different goals, you know, a way to help people, you know. With graphic design, I always wanted to help people explore different ways in advertising business and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, I was going to the gym because, you know, I just wanted to work on myself.
100%.
You know, and then I was just training, and then people started DMing me, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, are you a PT, blah, blah. And at the time, I was like, nah, I'm not studying personal training or nothing.
Yeah.
You know, and then one thing led to another, and then I started studying personal training, you know, and then that's when I linked up with Ali, and then I was like, she's like, oh, you doing personal training, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, I'm still studying. She's like, yeah, I already finished, you know, and I was like, mad, can you help me studying? Because I'm literally trash at, you know,
we all are, bro.
Yeah.
I was never that guy as well. Studying was never my fucking steez at all, bro.
Shush.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Sounds
No, it
like
really
it's a
wasn't.
thing for you.
You could say all you want, but it wasn't really me.
Yeah.
But I went a different way. But yeah, personal training. Obviously, deep down, you want to help people and stuff like
100%.
that. No matter what avenue or whatever, I guess vehicle you use to help people with, you kind of got a lot. I know. You used to have a couple of businesses back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
One that kind of springs to mind was at the time I don't even know you, bro, but I heard of Noble. That's how way back I've heard of this guy. That's so far back in the day. So yeah, man. What else did it all start for you?
It all started when I was younger. As you were talking about Noble, was when I was in year 12. I had that business mindset of, you know, obviously making money, you know, legitimate way. Starting my own clothing brand, getting known, you know, just pretty much being different. You know, I always wanted to be different.
Always,
you know, growing up in primary school, high school, and that, you know, I always used to get bullied, used to get backlash. You know, I never used to fit in. I never felt that I used to fit in. You know, being half white, half philo. You know, I never got into any groups with the philos. You know, I'm pretty whitewashed. You know what I mean? So you know, trying to have an interracial relationships with philos and Aussies. You know, I never used to mix. Yeah. You know, not only that, I used to get bullied for being that kid. You know, being that chubby ass kid growing up. Yeah. You know, and then in high school, I just kind of blossomed a bit. You know. Yeah. And just found myself.
Yeah.
You know,
You
so
kind of got comfortable in your own skin, just
Yeah,
like, fuck
100%,
it,
yeah.
and then you got a bit more confident that way. But
Yeah.
I could totally agree. Like, I was that fat kid too. I was a pretty chubby kid back in the day. I don't know if you knew, but like you could see here on the baby photos here and that, like I was
Yeah.
a fat kid like at one point in my life. So yeah, I totally agree with you, bro. I was kind of like bullied and stuff back in the day, whether people believe it or not. And I think I was like the same. Like eventually, just like fuck it. Like I think in the same like year 11, 12, I kind of got comfortable, and then after year 12. Into like young adulthood or whatever it is, post high school. That's kind of where it happened for me as well. But yeah, since high school, man, like where have things sort of like, how did you find like to where you are now? Like what has happened to get you to where you are now?
Oh, bro.
Feel me?
Do we do like a big jump there? Like,
Was that a big jump?
is that a big jump? Is
Was
this
that a
No,
big jump?
100%. No, I'm keen to talk about it.
Yeah, for sure.
So pretty much when I left high school, I was trying to find myself.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? At the time, I had a relationship with my ex, and
Right.
that went downhill.
Right.
And yeah, I just got involved in things that led me to getting arrested for the first time.
Right.
You know, I was in a bad way.
Yep.
So I got in trouble with the law.
Yeah.
And after that, I kind of thought to myself, you know, what am I doing with myself?
Yeah.
You know, and then I got back into that relationship, you know,
Right.
and then I got in trouble again with the law, you know. Yeah, so
It's getting real.
yeah,
It's
so
getting
pretty
real.
much I
Yeah.
got done twice for drink driving,
Right.
and you're thinking like, how does that relate to, you know, your relationship? You know, I was in a bad way, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I just thought to myself, like, stuff it, you know, I'm gonna go out, party,
Yeah.
do whatever it takes to get my past relationship off my mind.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then I just lost myself.
Right.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then I kind of picked myself back up and just started focusing on training. You
Yeah.
know, training literally gets you out of bad situations.
Yeah.
Get your mindset in a different, you know, you become a different person when you go to the gym.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As opposed to like people who just train for the looks. You know, you have people that train because
Yeah.
they want to get things off their chest.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was that person, you know. I had so much shit on my chest. That's why I started training hard. I didn't focus on anyone else but myself,
Yeah.
you know, and I gave myself that mindset, and that's what led me from going graphic design to personal training, because, you know, I said, you know what? I helped myself get out of a bad situation.
You can do that for others.
I can do that for others.
Yeah,
You know
right.
what I mean?
100%, 100%. I think that's where I met you, bro. I don't know if that was when at the time that I met you, you were in that sort of stage where you were coming off that sort of, I guess, rock bottom situation.
Yeah.
Was that around the time that I started? Because I don't know if like people know, but like, back in the day when I was working in real estate, I'd be going to the gym at like 4:30,
Yeah.
and I see this guy, and my mate Rodney, and I'm seeing this guy train. I'm like, this is the first time I met. Was that around the time like you were like, I guess, improving on your life?
Yeah, 100%.
At
Yeah,
that
100%.
time? Yeah, and you started personal training off the back of that as well.
Yeah, so I started personal training off the back of that. I was studying at the time, but because of my experiences, you know, I just said, you know what, books ain't gonna like do me justice. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go out and help people off the bat, you know, qualification or not.
Yeah,
You know, I have the knowledge, I have the experience to actually like help others.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like at the end of the day, like you get a qualification. I mean, yeah, it looks good on paper, but at the same time, if you have that experience, you have that knowledge that you've built up yourself. I mean, why not share it? Why not help others? You know what I mean?
exactly. And that
Yeah.
that kind of actually leads into my next question, just around like the toughest situation or like the biggest hurdle you've had to overcome in your life. I mean, that sort of just is a perfect transition, because I think at the time you mentioned you overcame, like, what was that toughest situation that you had to overcome?
The toughest.
And why was it the
situation.
toughest? Like, why was it the toughest at the time?
Oh man. So this was last year.
Right.
Roughly around August. The toughest hurdle I ever had to face. I mean, everyone faces their own hurdles
Yep.
in life. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm not trying to say that I'm different from anyone else.
Of course,
but,
of course.
for me, it was literally a mental battle. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, as some people know, not many people know this, but like I got done again the third time.
Yeah. You don't have to go into any specifics or anything like that.
No,
Yeah,
no
of course. Okay.
specifics, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, just I'm just adding myself because hopefully this reaches out to other people
Yeah.
that this
Will.
is a relevant situation
Yeah.
in Western Sydney. You know what I mean? Growing
Mm.
up in Western Sydney, look, I came from a good home. I came from, you know, loving parents.
Like
you know
all
what
of
I mean?
us, 100%.
Like everyone, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
But everyone gets himself in bad situations, you know,
Mhm.
like I did. And I'm still coming off a good behaviour.
Yeah.
So I'm still on good behaviour until next year.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the toughest hurdle I had to face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mentally, trying to overcome that. And it was hard because I literally pushed everyone away, pushed
Yeah.
family away, you know,
Yeah.
seeing my parents hurt and broken. Man, I just wanted to escape all that and, you know, pretty much like lead my own life, bro, run away from home,
Yeah.
this and that. Like I didn't know who to trust, you know,
Yeah.
I didn't know who
Yeah.
my friends were,
Yeah.
you know. It was really mental for me because being put in that situation, man, that was the first time I ever had to overcome something heavy,
Yeah.
you know, and going through that as well, like you're not in control of your life anymore going through that.
Yeah.
Like, you know what you're gonna do, like in the next couple of days, you're like, yeah, sweet, I got like goals to achieve, like, oh, I'm gonna go kill at the gym, I'm gonna go this and that.
Yeah.
Like for me, I didn't know where I was gonna go,
Yeah.
you know, because I wasn't in control of my life anymore. The
Right,
judge was.
right. That's where it all. Because I remember, man. This is probably. I mean, whether or not I was a bad mate, I wasn't there for you. I mean, I wouldn't say.
Nah.
You know, every time that I saw you back then, I was like, just curious, because I'm like,
Yeah.
what's gonna happen? And the times I kind of bumped into you here and there, I was just like I wanted to like make sure I do my part like as best as I can.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I didn't want to force myself into your situation. Like
Yeah,
I didn't want
100%.
that. But I wanted you to know that I'm always fucking here.
Yeah, 100%, bro.
So look, that's probably my bad if I didn't, you know, if I
Nah,
wasn't
nah,
there
nah,
for you
you're
and
all
shit,
good,
bro.
man.
Because like that's what I remember at the time. It was just like fuck, like I need to do my part. But at the end of the day, like it's like giving is receiving. So I'm like,
Yeah,
I don't want to
100%.
give like myself too much, and then like fuck, he doesn't want it. Like there's just too much happening for him. Maybe it's just too much to add on his plate
Yeah, bro.
or something like that.
Yeah,
So
bro.
yeah, I hope that didn't like leave a distasteful taste in your mouth towards me, because I didn't want to feel like you hated me or something like that.
No.
Yeah, of course. Like I know you probably didn't, but like
Yeah.
this is what was going through my head at the time, especially because I remember sort of the time and place, and the situation that you were going through at the time, and like to your point, like you were just in a bad way at the time.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, well, obviously now like things has changed. Like
Well, that
I
has
know
changed.
a lot's changed since then.
Yeah.
I know it's only been a couple of months since, but like a lot's changed, man. Like so,
Yeah.
what's changed? Like
So, so she's not in the shot right now, but
yeah.
like I've got a new partner.
Hey,
Yeah,
shout out
to
new
Jazz.
partner. Shout out.
Yeah, shout out to her brother Jay as well.
Yeah, nice,
Yeah,
nice.
He's gonna be listening
When
to
did you when did
Yeah.
you guys meet? Was it before or after that? Like August?
So it was before that.
right.
Actually, you know, a little backstory was I met her probably a year ago, and she was
Right.
still in a relationship.
Right.
I thought nothing of it. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like
Yeah.
I was just obviously playing the field.
Mm-hmm. At the time.
At the time,
as
yeah.
we all do,
I mean,
yeah.
as you do when you're single, but
Yeah.
yeah, I met her and it was at a festival, and I just said hi. She said hi, blah blah, and then that was it. You know, it was just a small confrontation,
Yeah.
and then probably a year or so later, she liked one of my photos on Instagram,
Hey.
and and I thought nothing of it. You know, like I had a crush on her and stuff
Yeah,
like that,
yeah.
but I thought nothing of it. And then I was going through my own shit as well.
Yeah.
You know, like what I said, like for the whole court case and everything, I was going through that. But at the same time, like I liked her, and she was on the market. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So one feeling led to another. We just ended up linking up on Instagram, just talking. You know,
Yeah.
And then I got a number.
Yeah.
You know, we started talking from there.
Hang.
Yeah, but at the same time, I was still going through all this.
All that.
You know what I mean? Still going through all this. Still
Yeah.
trying to keep my head strong with everything I was going through, and trying to, you know, chat up someone, like trying to chase someone, bro.
Of course.
And it was funny thing was I told her everything, you know,
Right.
and not many people knew about what I was going through.
Mhm.
Only you know, my close family, you know, mates and that.
And it's a hard thing to do. Like
Yeah, it's a
showing
hard
that.
thing,
It's
man.
It's a hard thing to do.
Yeah,
for
bro.
sure.
Like, you know, I did it because I felt like, you know, going forward, you know, something gets serious. You know, she needs to know about everything I was going through.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
Of course.
And like the day I got out of court. The day I got out of court, grabbed my phone, called her up. She was the first person I called and told her, look, everything's all good. I got out of it. You know, being blessed. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And yeah, she was the first person I wanted to tell because I cared about her so much.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So she was like there from like day dot. Like after
100%.
she knew, she was just like, fuck. Like despite all that, like she
despite all that,
like,
bro. Despite all that, she was still there for me. You know what I mean? Like she looked past all that.
Yeah.
You know, she even tells me like, she's like, you know, you're past and that. Like, I couldn't see myself with like someone like you. You know what I mean? Like, but you know, you're not that guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I never thought I was that guy too. You know, like everyone judges you based on, you know, people like shit they've heard about you. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this guy's probably like you know, big time, or this guy's you know, ruthless because he's done this and that. You know, many people have that perception because, like, once you get done for something, you know, or once something bad comes out, you know, you're obviously that person. You know, you're that person. But at the same time, the reason why I wanted to do this was to create awareness that, you know, you can get caught in bad situations and you can get out of them. You know what I mean? Like, I was in a dark place last year, but this year, you know, has been the best. It has been the best for me, you know. Yeah. Through family, through, you know, my current relationship, and, you know, through work.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, that's kind of leads into my next question. What are you doing now?
Me, right now I work doing metal fabrication. Okay. I'm a machine operator.
Yep.
I travel for work.
Yeah.
So I do a lot of traveling for work, which is mad.
Yeah.
And which is funny at the same time because, like, with the whole restrictions going through airports, you know, getting searched for, you know, this and that. But, you know, I'm lucky, man. Yeah. I'm really lucky, bro.
Yeah, of course. Babe, did you want to ask anything? Are you happy for me to...
Yeah, I just actually remember a conversation we had like ages ago, and you're talking about like, oh, I don't think a girl's gonna like me because like my past and all that. Like, but I'm sure they'll find someone. And then you found the missus over here.
Yeah, the big missus.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Good on you, by the way. Good on you. Exactly. I mean, like that's the thing. Like, seeing this guy going through what he did at the time, it was like, bro, like this is not you. Like this is fucking not you. Yeah, bro. But I'm like, fuck, like he's actually going through this type of shit. And I remember at the time, like I was like, fuck, like I said earlier, like how do I fucking help this guy? You feel me? But I mean, like
it was a big shock to us when we heard
what happened, and I'm like, bro, this is like what the fuck happened? But I didn't know you were going through all that shit at the time. Like that's a thing. Like, and I don't know if it's like a guy or a girl thing, but like a lot of guys don't want to, you know, I guess confide in people and let them know that something's not wrong. Like something's not right at the moment, and people don't share, and then you're stuck in a rut, and then you're in your own head, and then, you know, shit hits the fan, and then like fuck, you don't know who to talk to. Like, bro, like
I think my question would be like, how did you handle it
at the time?
At the time, when everything first happened, at the time I wasn't handling it pretty well. Yeah. Everyone, you know, seeing me as like, oh, he's doing his thing, like he's, you know, he's coping well. Yeah. You know, that's, as what Jono was saying, that's what guys do. We have that perception of, you know, masking our feelings, you know, and that's why, like, many girls, they're like, you know, we don't know what's up with a guy. Like, you know, they're keeping a straight face, they're keeping that poker face, but deep down they're going through some shit. But we don't want to open up about it because we feel like we want to be the bigger person and not, you know, confide in our feelings. You know what I mean?
I get you, bro.
You know, we're not like that. I mean, like, you know, girls, you know, the way they go about things is obviously they'll tell the guy how it is, you know, how they're feeling, but guys don't. Because we don't want to. Yeah, we don't want to be like that. Yeah,
I don't know.
We work different ways. Yeah, we're different breed. You know?
Different breed. That's it. Yeah, bro. Was there anything else, babe? Or did you happy for me to?
No, like what helped you to get through it?
What
so
helped
you said, like,
me?
Family, Mrs. Introduce, and all that.
Yeah, bro. So like, how I got through this was
obviously you had to cut people out. Like obviously,
yeah.
Like,
look,
you know.
To be fair, bro, like you know, I got no bad blood with anyone.
Yeah.
You know, like I still love, you know, my boys.
Yeah.
You know, I still, you know, have mad respect for everyone. You know what I mean? No,
of course,
no grudges, no beef, no nothing.
Of course.
Know, I'm focusing on myself. Yeah. You know, the guys who are watching this, bro, like, you know, mad love to all yous. Yeah. You know,
and they know who they are.
They know who they are. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna add any names. You know what I mean? But yeah, like I had to drop, you know, a lot of friends and that only because I needed to focus on myself. You know what I mean? I was getting caught in situations where I was masking what I was going through by going out, by still doing the same shit that I was doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Still like confiding in other people, you know, like going out with other people and leashing off their happiness. You know, they're happy, you know, so I want to be happy by going out and partying and doing whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And at the same time I need to focus on myself, you know. And like when I met my missus, was mad because like, you know, she's hella religious, bro. Like, you know, low key she says she's not, like she goes because of her family, you know. But you know, deep down she still goes for a reason, you know what I mean? And like I said to her, I hit her up, I was like, you know what, I'll go to church with you. You know, I'm Catholic, she's Christian, but you know, I go to a Christian church, you know what I mean? And deep down that actually helped me get through a lot of things because it cleared my mind, you know, and it, you know, brought me a little bit closer to God. You know what I mean? I may not show it as much, but like I do mentally. Because I know that I've been blessed with a second chance to sit here today and do a podcast with you guys. You know, if I didn't feel like I didn't have a blessing, then I wouldn't be here.
Because things could have went a different way.
Things could have went south,
you feel me? Like it could have gone any which way. And the fact
100%.
that you're here now, able to kind of share your story, like it's like it is a blessing because I didn't want to, like I didn't want to assume the worst case scenario, but like the reality was at the time, like this could have actually happened. Right. And then when I like heard the good news, I'm like, bro, like that's like this, he deserves it out of everyone. Like, you know what I mean? Like this is like, and that's a lot of the thing there. Like a lot of people, you know, get done, and it's not even because of them. It's just like they don't know any better.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, you didn't. And look, we're still young. That's the thing. Like we don't know any. Yeah, we're adults, but like, what do we know? Like we really don't know better. And we weren't like. Like we grew up in a good family and stuff like that. But like, fuck, like what can we do? Like at the time, like we didn't know what to do. So 100%, bro. Like I'm happy that you're in a good place now. With her, you know, with 100%. Your family. Is everyone in your family like all still like, I wouldn't say traumatized from the situation, but is everyone like in a better place now with everything? Like
like everyone's in a better place right now. You know, like my mum's in a better place. You know, my dad's in a better place. You know what I mean? They've been my rock through this as well. You know what I mean? They had, you know, mad love for me going through all this. You know, and the fact that many people don't know, but some parents, bro, like especially coming from a philo background, some parents would definitely disown or, you know, like not want anything to do with their kids. You know what I mean? Like I was so scared coming home that night, because I came home about 4 a.m, coming home that night and having to break the news to my mum. So I didn't even break the news to her till probably the day after, and I slept it off. I woke up and I thought everything was a dream, bro. I was like, everything's a dream. I'm gonna go out again tonight and, you know, run amok. But nah, I told her, bro, and the scariest thing was her saying like, you know what, I got nothing to do with you. You know, you know, because growing up, bro, like, man, I got done so many times. You know, for things, for stupid things. You know what I mean? And like, and she's always been there to clean up my mess. My dad has too. You know, and for them to stay strong and to still believe in me, to still see that, you know what, there is a light at the end of the tunnel after all this shit. You know what I mean? Is amazing, bro. It's amazing to have parents like that. That's why, to this day, bro, like I look at everything as a learning experience. You know, and that's why I wanna share this, bro, because like, man, many people might be going through the situation I went through. You know, people get caught in bad situations, you know, but there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. There's always a blessing that is, you know,
it's just
ready to erupt,
you.
bro. It's just waiting for you, bro. You know what I mean? So like, you know, you may be at your lowest point. You may think that like nothing's, you know, going for you, you know, all the odds are against you. You know what I mean? But there is a light. You know what I mean? There is a light. You know, and to stay blessed. You know what I mean?
100%. Fuck, how fitting is this? No, it's good that you're sharing this, bro, because like at the end of the day, like everyone wants to know. Look, even at the time when we originally like when I told you that I wanted to start a podcast and everything like that, we were all at different stages of our life at the time. But now, like who's Chris, bro? Like, who is Chris now? Like, after all that, who are you now? Like, you feel me? Like,
yeah,
who's that guy? Like,
me.
how would you describe like everything in your life at the moment? Like,
I describe everything in my life as, like as a learning curve, bro. Because, as humans, man, we evolve through experience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We always learn through experiences.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And look, if you're not learning, if you're not going through bad times, if you're not going through good times, then what are you, bro? You must be a robot or something.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Like, we have experiences that shape us to the people we are now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, all I want to say is that, you may be going through, like, ups and downs, but just know that is like a point where it's shaping you as a person, bro.
Yeah.
But I must say that if you ain't learning from your bad experiences and you're continuing to go through that shit,
Good
you know what I
point.
mean? You're not learning, bro.
Yeah. Good point.
You're not learning.
Good point. This is getting intense. So, it's good though. It's good.
Bro.
This is good. This is why I wanted to have you on, man, because this is
100%.
like I wouldn't necessarily say that I've always sort of understood why people
bro.
have to go through that for themselves.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like, I'm not going to be here sitting judging on the sideline here, like looking at your life and
bro.
saying this and that. I'm like, bro, like I'm here, like all the boys are, I'm sure, even till now, like everyone's got a soft spot for this guy, like everyone to the day, because like he's a good guy. Like, this guy is a good guy.
Man.
Like night and day, fucking to the moon and back, bro. This guy's fucking, he's that guy.
No, I appreciate that.
But you know what I mean, bro. Like, I know that even if you cut some of the boys off and it's not the way it used to be, I know that down the line, like, bro, don't get me wrong, like I've done that. I've done that, and some of the people who, like, I'm talking now, and some of the people would know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But I've done that too. Like, from high school, I've cut a lot of people out at the time. I was probably going through something similar, not to your extent, of course, but I kind of get the dark place that you were at, because I feel like we were all there.
Yeah.
But I feel like, at the time when it was happening for me, I kind of, you bounce back, you're resilient, and then you kind of move forward with things. But like, at the end of the day, like, if I were to link up with those people, like, it's all good vibes at the end of the day.
100%.
And I know we'll move from it. It's like, bro, you were just at a time in your life where maybe I wasn't there to help you. You feel me? And now it's like, fuck, you've moved on and everything's all G, and now we can reconnect. Like, that's what really what I want for you, bro. Like, deep down,
Yeah,
like,
100%.
because I know you and some of those boys, like, you guys were fucking like close. Like, and like, I'm not even as close, to him as those boys were.
Yeah.
And I don't want you to, and this is me again looking from the outside in, like, I don't want you to waste something you've built, like, that whole life, like, up till whatever August, whatever, whenever it happened. You feel me? I hope that kind of leaves an impression on you, because, bro, like, I couldn't, like, for the life of me, have given up some of my boys. Like, that would have, even if I've done them wrong, like, don't get me wrong, and I've owned up to it.
Yeah.
Like, even if I've done wrong and everything like that, like, I need to put my hand up, because I need boys.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Like, don't get me wrong, bro. I've, like, as what you're saying, bro, like, I've done wrong too, bro.
Yeah.
Like, as I was saying, going through all that shit, bro, like, I was a different person to what I am now.
100%.
Going through that, bro, like, mentally, man, like, I've pushed away a lot of people. I've pissed off a lot of people because, deep down, I was fighting something that no one could comprehend, because they weren't going through that.
Yeah.
So.
And it's hard for people to understand.
It's hard for people to understand, bro. And I feel that, I got no grudges against anyone, only because that I know for a fact that they haven't experienced what I've experienced, and I don't know what's going through their mind from the character that I was. You know what I mean? Like, to them, I may have been like this guy who didn't care, had no respect for his mates or shit like that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they didn't know what I was going through mentally. That this is actually, like, was breaking me down. You know what I mean? It was breaking me down to the point where I was like, who am I?
Yeah.
Who am I?
Man.
You know what I mean?
That's real. That's fucking real, man.
So
I guess since then, like, having learnt everything that you've learnt till now, and being the guy you are now, right?
Yeah, bro.
As you're standing here today, what would be like the top 3 you
I
know,
was gonna ask that.
takeaways or lessons that you learned
asked
that
that.
really. Sorry, babe. Yeah, you can ask it. Okay.
You already asked the
Okay,
question.
sorry.
You can ask it again if you
I'll
want.
ask the question again. What other?
Yeah.
No,
But
it's
you
fine.
feel me?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you feel me? Like what are those like top 3? I wouldn't like get you to list of.
If there's 3, like
if there's 3, but like
1 to 3.
yeah,
If there's 3, trust in God,
100.
learn from your mistakes, and just never burn bridges.
Oh, okay, good.
You know what I mean? And the only reason why I say that is, you may have lost people along the way, but that not necessarily means that you're not going to reconnect in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just means that you're working on yourself, and God has a plan, and everything happens for a reason. If you link up in the next couple of years, that means that you've been put on the same pathway. To reconnect, to rekindle whatever you had.
Yeah.
In the past.
Yeah.
But at the same time, right now, your path is where you take it. You know what I mean? And if they come along the way, sweet as.
Yeah. Look, I wish there was like a fucking book that tells you what exactly to do at this point in life.
Yeah, bro.
To like help you with life, but like everyone has to fucking go through some shit.
Yeah,
like, whether they
100%.
like it or not. Like there is no book, there
100%.
is no guide. And it sucks, but I mean, like a lot of people have to go through shit, and I feel like having that support network there is always really, really important.
Yeah, bro.
Like at the time, like Ali's going through shit, I'm going through shit, but like we had each other at the time.
Yeah,
like
bro.
some of the boys would go through some shit, and we always got each other's backs and stuff.
100%.
But that's the thing, bro. Like to your point, like a lot of guys don't fucking share shit. It's weird.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say I'm a perfect example of that because I'm still kind of okay to share, when I'm not feeling okay, or like you. I don't know if you're the same, bro. I'm the guy. I'm the guy. Just in any situation, they'll know if I'm either fucking upset, if I'm hungry. Like everyone just knows how I feel, right? And like everyone would call me out, like, bro, are you alright? And I'm like, bro, can you actually tell? And people can actually tell. Are you this? Would you say you're the same? Like people can fucking tell if you're off.
People perceive me as, bro, like this guy, has like some sort of face that he pulls, and everyone's like, nah, fuck that, I don't want to associate with him because he always looks pissed off, or he
Really?
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh, he looks like that guy that fucking, it's just one of those Western Sydney starter packs, bro. You know what I mean? Western City starter pack, But nah, I get what you mean, bro. But nah, I just got like this resting bitch face that all girls, seem to have sometimes.
Don't worry, I have it.
I was gonna
It's
say, but you bring up a good point, right? And this takes me fucking back. I remember we went, and this is like fucking story time. But yeah, way back, bro. And you'll know immediately what I'm talking about, bro, because this guy, in you too, babe.
What?
You saw me cry for the first time.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, bro,
right.
like I was there, and the guy was like trying to remember that.
I remember that. It was a seminar. Yeah,
it was that seminar, right? And my mate Nick was speaking at the time, and he was like with this other guy, and at the end, the guy was like asking me all these questions and shit. I'm like, bro, this guy's never gonna. I'm bulletproof, bro. No one's gonna fucking get to me, right?
Bro, yeah, 100%.
And then at the end, I started crying, bro.
Yeah, bro, you broke down, man.
I broke down, and I'm like, bro, I don't like. He got to me, bro. Like the shit he was saying finally got to me. I don't know how he did that, but it really uncovered. And I don't know if you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Like that time where it was just like this guy's not going to get to me. And then he was asking these questions, and he dug a little deeper. And I didn't know I had that in myself at the time.
100%.
And then you don't know what you're carrying. Like you don't know what you're carrying and why you do things the way you do. I don't know if it's some childhood trauma or whatever it is. But that happened. And then I remember like, bro, I haven't cried like this. Like I've never ever cried like that. And I wasn't embarrassed, but I was just like, bro, like, and that's one of the things that I really, really kind of hold like full dear to my fucking heart, because like no one's ever seen that.
Yeah, 100%.
And the fact that you were there, and I didn't even know you that well at the time.
Yeah, I know, bro. Yeah, 100%.
Right?
Yeah.
And I was just like, I was in a different way, bro. I wasn't expecting that. And it's good because you share like a vulnerable moment like that, and I'm like, 100%. Bro, like this guy, like he was there, like you were there for me.
Yeah.
And I don't know what type of experience that was for you guys. I don't know if like you've ever experienced that for yourself, like having been through that, and someone's there and you're like, fuck, I had no idea that was going to happen that night. And I think 100%. That's why I'm still like shook, or it's really ingrained in my head that moment in time. But yeah, I think that's why ever since that moment, I'm like, bro, if this guy is around for times like that for me, like I've got to be there for him. Like, when you go through that type of shit with someone, like there's no like fucking like no one, like like you're already in that circle for me.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, you know what I mean? Like you're already in that circle where I'm like, I've already had that moment for him. Like he wouldn't be this guy if he didn't do what he did that day. Like made me feel comfortable, just reassured me, because like, bro, like I was like, that guy really fucked me up like crazy.
100%.
Right, you remember that?
I remember that, bro. You walked in there bulletproof. You know, I didn't even know what I was getting myself into, bro. And then
you got dragged along.
Yeah, I got dragged along. No, but then when I seen you like that, bro, like I didn't see you as like, you know how guys would say, oh, bro, he's a bitch, or man up, or like, you know what I mean. I just seen you as that guy that actually has feelings, bro. Because because not many guys like share that, bro. Like everyone hides their feelings. Guys hide their feelings, bro. Right. You know what I mean. But it takes a real man to actually express their feelings, you know what I mean, because it shows that they're human, bro.
Yeah, bro.
No one's bulletproof, bro.
No one's. I was being a hard cunt that night, like this and that.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and then the guy just fucking put me in my place a bit, right? Yeah, and I was just fucking bawling and shit. Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm embarrassed, but to your point, like I was kind of asking for it because I was like, I was letting him do it to me.
Yeah,
I was letting him do it to me, and then shit got deeper, and yeah, I mean, you guys were around for that, but there you go, story time.
Basically, the guy got to like his deepest why, or like it's a subconscious thing.
Yeah.
That you have, like it goes back to childhood. Yeah. And there's certain, as you said, like traumas. I don't know if it was really a trauma, but it wasn't really a trauma, but like it was something like deep seated in, and he got that out of you. Yeah. That's what happened.
Yeah. It was so deep. Like I didn't even know I had that there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But it was good because it's out, and I think it helped me kind of move past shit.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, man, like to your point, like I mean, I wouldn't say I'm like a stereotypical Western Sydney starter pack type of guy. But yeah, like but I know what you mean. Like we kind of grew up in the same area, hung around with like the same people. Like we kind of know what the goal is, and you can kind of go like whatever way, really.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, I mean, like fuck yeah, that was a fucking good time, bro.
Yeah, that was a mad time.
Yeah, it was a fucking good time.
I reckon that was a time when you told me about like, bro, you know, one day I'm gonna start a podcast. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like that's what I want to do. You know what I mean? And you're like you're doing your whole real estate thing, bro. Yeah. You know, and like that's what you wanted to do, bro. Make money. You know, sell houses, this and that. And then you wanted to do your podcast, bro. And I was like, you know what? Go for it, bro.
Yeah.
You know, like honestly, go for it, man. Like people don't realize, bro, but a lot of your friends and that, you know, may say, yeah, this and that, like, you know, go for it, but they don't really have that.
I knew you meant what you said,
you know?
when you were encouraging me.
I
knew you did,
yeah,
bro. I knew you did.
Because many of your mates, bro, like, you look, they support you, but sometimes they have that little restriction where it's like, bro, you really want to do that, or you really want to like go there, bro. Like, you know, you may not, you know. You may not blow up, or you may not this and that, or look at the repercussions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time, bro, like I believed that you were going to make something out of this, bro. Yeah. You know, and look where we are, bro.
Yeah, it's still early days, but I appreciate it.
Early days.
Basically, what you're talking about is like being genuine.
Yeah, 100%.
It was genuine.
Yeah.
This is what I mean. Like a lot of the people, like you go past, and I remember at the time, I'm like, bro, like I know how people saw this guy at the time, and I'm like. Yeah. We need to unpack that because he's not that guy. Like whatever it is, like we all have like that resting bitch face or whatever it is. Like we all have that facade. And then I'm like, bro, like the immediate thing I like to go through is like make people feel comfortable, like straight away. Yeah. Make them feel comfortable, and then you get to know like the real them, like you crack jokes and whatever it is, this and that, blah blah blah. But like a lot of people are like kind of shy, timid or whatever. Like a lot of people, and this is why a lot of people, you know, stay in the small circle, and they don't like introduce or like go out to meet new people because like they're shy. They feel like this is all they have, and this is all that there will be moving forward until I die. This little small group, but like it's really not about that. And I feel like, look, a lot of the people I bring on, a lot of the people that she brings on here, like we've met these people. Yeah, like, bro. They were outside of our original circle that we're trying to like help, encourage, and all that type of stuff. Going back to genuine, bro. Like you're like I saw what people saw, and I'm like, nah, fuck that. Like he's not that guy. Yeah. Like, I knew it, bro. That's what I mean. Like you're not that guy. You know what I mean? Bro. But yeah, bro. Fucking.
Actually, wait. Talking about get out of your comfort zone. I actually messaged him. And I was like, oh, you're a PT, or like are you studying to be a PT? Yeah. Otherwise, I wouldn't like have spoken to you.
Yeah, 100%.
Other than that, so
but definitely. That's mad, but honestly, because like, you know, many people perceive that as like, oh fuck, why are you DMing this and that, or like, you know, going out of your comfort zone, you know what I mean? Like, you went out of your way to, like, message me if you're doing PT, blah, blah, blah. And if you didn't message me, then you wouldn't have actually, like, we wouldn't have linked up, you know, went to seminars, you know what I mean? Like, getting insight from you, you know, and,
But it's hard doing it yourself. If you have people doing the same thing you're doing, encouraging you, it makes the whole journey easier. You keep each other accountable. Like, this is why I do what I do. She does what she does.
Yeah,
this is why we're doing this together. Like,
100%.
This is why we're doing it. Like, I wouldn't have any better running partner than her. Like, to do this whole thing. Yeah, no, fucking up. But yeah, man, I think one of the things as well, like, especially at the time when we first met and stuff, I remember you were like, I don't know if you remember this, but you were like, oh yeah, like I'm so happy that you're letting me hang out with Ellie. I'm like, bro, what do you mean? Like, there's a lot of guys, this and that, blah blah. Like, I thought, you know, I'm not gonna like try out alpha you, like, you know, like beat my chest or whatever. But I'm like, bro, like, you got your own thing. You guys are trying to do the same thing. Yeah. Please, like, do me the favor and like link up and like share ideas and stuff like that, because it's hard. Like, it's hard trying to find people that are on the same wave, trying to do the same shit.
100%.
So I was like I'm not that guy, bro. I'm not gonna be like, no, don't hang out with him. Like, I'm like insecure, like blah, 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 this and that. Like, no, fucking hang out with him, please. Like, please. Like, that's what do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
But the only reason why I said that was because, like, I obviously had mad respect for you, you know what I mean? And, like, at the same time, you know, my past experience, bro, like, when my ex and that had a friend or that's a guy, you know, I'm like, bro, what are you hanging out for? You know what I mean? You're the opposite sex. You should be hanging out with girls. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah. Look, I had that mentality before because I thought that, you know, everyone's after something. You know what I mean? So I thought that, all right, bro, like, you know, no disrespect. I'm like, all right, look, you know, we're hanging out, blah, blah. Bro, what are they doing, bro? Are they going to a seminar or are they fucking, you know, grabbing lunch or some shit?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
But like, I totally agree.
Yeah,
you
know what I mean? So I just went out of that respect to be like, look, you know, that's your girlfriend, bro. You know, that's your rock and that.
I know.
And like, I wanted to let you know that
and I appreciate
doing this. Look, I'm doing this because I never thought I'd be going to seminars.
Yeah.
When she took me to seminars, bro, she's like, she always DM me like, you know, randomly, like, we got a seminar, bro. You wanna come? You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, I've never been to one before, you know. But then when I actually went, like, I learned so much shit that I'm just like, man, that's crazy.
Like, why
you know,
not?
Yeah.
You
know what I mean? And it happened to be her, bro.
Yeah.
You know, so.
No, I really respect that you went out of your way, because when I saw you, like, you asked me, or like you meant, like, you just mentioned it to me. I'm like, this never happened to me before. Yeah. Because I'm just like, bro, why not? Like, I don't care. Like, I'm not, you know, this and that, whatever. But yeah, man, like, I'm happy that you guys at the time got together and were able to kind of share ideas and stuff like that. Because knowing you, I know that it would have helped you.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, because you're on that path. You know, this was you. Like, this is only gonna help you become that guy. Yeah. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, fucking. See, that's what I mean, bro. You're so genuine and shit. Like, people need to know, bro. People need to know the real you and that. Yeah.
Like, aside the whole, like, facade, like,
we all have one.
Yeah.
We all fucking have one, bro.
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh, bro,
I can so relate. Like, people, like, look at me and be like, oh, she's like a bitch. I'm like, just say hi. Like, I'm good. Like, it's all good. Yeah. Like, I get that.
Yeah, 100%.
Whole facade
I think I guess the sooner you break through facades, and I think this is like the thing, right? Like, back in the day when I used to be going out and shit, like, I'd see everyone and, like, you know, people wouldn't say hi to you. Yeah. You know, like they're in the clubs and shit, and everyone was trying to be this and that. I'll wait for him to say hi to me. I was always like, hey, bro. Like, I'm not shy like that. You think I'm gonna, like, create this tension that was never there just because 100%. You maybe you're shy. Yeah, bro. But I'll go up to you. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm trying to make everyone feel comfortable. That's why I do what I do, because, like, a lot of people just, I don't know why people are like that, but, like, it is what it is. But yeah, man, like, I feel like, I don't know, a lot of people are learning for this one today. Like, a lot of people are learning heaps.
Yeah,
like,
I hope so, bro.
Yeah. No, for sure,
I
bro.
hope so.
Fucking serious? Of course. Was there anything you wanted to add, love?
I think you've got the...
Oh man, this is good, bro.
Fuck,
you saw me cry, bro. Fuck. I'll never forget that. that. Do you wanna? Are you happy for me to do it? Because I'm asking all the questions.
You have a lot of questions. So.
Yeah, I do.
Nah, that's good, bro. Get as much questions as you
can.
can.
Yeah, of course. So I would say toughest and lowest would have kind of been the same answer or whatever. Are you still doing, like, PTing? Is it still something you want to pursue? Is it something you're doing on the side? Like, I know that was kind of really one of your biggest passions. And stuff.
Yeah.
Have you been going gym? Like,
yeah. Of course he has, bro. Look at him. Of
course. I've been going gym recently.
Yeah.
Recently?
Yeah, recently. PTing has been something that's been with me probably for about 4 or 5 years. You know what I mean?
Course.
I may not be doing it now, but down the track, I do still want to be that guy to help others.
Yeah.
So right now, I'm just doing my own thing, bro.
Course.
You know, like traveling for work and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And when I do have the opportunity to get back into it, I will. You know, like I always want to be that guy to obviously help others. You know,
Yeah.
start my own business.
Of course.
You know, like I went through different types of avenues growing up in business. I want to pursue that one day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Legitimately. You know?
100%. No, of course.
Yeah.
legitimately.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
100%.
Of course.
You know?
Do you have
So-
any ideas now? Is there anything that you've kind of jotted down? Like, I'm curious to know, man,
Yeah.
because like this is something that like a lot of people like. If you're interested in XYZ and someone's listening and they have that skill to help you,
Yeah.
bro, this is the perfect time. Like,
Yeah,
me?
bro. So,
anything like you don't have to.
nah. So I've been thinking of re-upping my clothing label.
Mhm.
Nothing Major.
Yeah. Oh, that was
Um,
another one.
Yeah, Nothing Major.
Yeah.
I started that a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
You know, I was doing good stuff like that, but then I don't know why I lost motivation, bro.
Yeah.
You know, the party scene,
Yeah,
blah
of
blah.
course.
Blah. You know, so
But don't beat yourself up, bro, because everyone thinks it's a straight line to success, and it's fucking
yeah,
like,
you know, it's wavy, bro. It's
Yeah.
honestly wavy,
Yeah.
bro. And like people don't realize that, like, you know, you have passions and that, and like I had a mad passion for personal training, bro.
Yeah.
But then I'm like suddenly in a different industry, bro.
Yeah.
But that's because of what I went through. You know what I mean? But at the same time, never give up on your passion.
Of course,
You know, never give up.
Never
Never
give
give
up.
up hope, bro.
it's still there. It's still there.
It's
That's
still
good.
there.
I'm glad that
Yeah.
you still got something like that, like
Yeah.
something creative, because I know you're kind of a creative guy. Like,
Yeah, bro.
when we linked up that time at Starbucks, and I'm like, he was telling me he does websites. I'm like, what the fuck, this guy, this
Yeah.
guy,
Oh, yeah, that
this
guy.
guy. I'm like, what the you do website? Like, I'm like, I didn't know. Like,
Yeah.
that's the thing. You don't know a lot about people until like they tell you, and you're like, bro, I would have not have like made that connection. Like,
Yeah,
you
straight up.
fucking thing. But yeah, I mean, it's good. Like, so you're kind of a creative guy on the side. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously you got the PT, you got all that stuff.
Are you still
Um,
trying to do that stuff, or is it like just solely work right now?
Right now, it's solely work. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like
It's
I'm in
fine.
like I'm in a position right now where, like, I do a lot of like traveling.
Yeah.
A lot, you know,
Yeah.
like
Which is
this-
good.
So like this year, like
Yeah.
I've been traveling to like New Zealand, Perth, all around, pretty much all around Australia, you know. But you know, I want to pursue my passion
Of
still.
course.
You know what I mean? So like, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, that's
No,
good.
fucking enough. It's good, bro. Of course.
yeah.
Holy shit.
Nah, from where I was before, yeah, it's been a blessing,
now.
bro.
Yeah. So what does
100%.
like a day in the life of you look like at the moment? Like, you wake up this time,
Different
like, blah, blah, blah.
times? Is it same
Yeah.
time every morning?
Nah,
or
look, so
like-
it's same time every morning. 4:45. You know, shout out to my boss.
Yeah.
Make sure that I'm
Early
not late.
starts, yeah.
Yeah, early starts. Nah, yeah. So I wake up in the morning. I go to work, and then you know, I'll probably have like late days.
Yeah.
So I stay back till probably about 4 or 5. Sometimes like I do a lot of traveling around Sydney as well.
Yeah.
Like during work, meeting up with clients and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But then I try to get in a cheeky gym shift
Yeah.
after, you know what I mean?
Hey.
Which is hard, which is
Yeah.
really hard, but
Yeah.
I try to anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, like my missus, she goes to the gym, you know, which was funny because like she like stopped gym for ages, and then I kept telling her, yeah, I'm gonna go back to the gym, blah blah. I've just been busy, stuff like that. And then when I noticed she started going gym again, I'm like, you know what? She's going to the gym, then I'll go to the gym.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean? Like she can do it, I can do it.
Yeah. Of course.
You know,
Of course.
which is mad.
You guys gotta like go together.
Nah, you know what? She doesn't want to go with me. I've been asking her
Oh,
to,
really?
yeah, to swap over memberships and train at any time. But nah, she's got a Crunch Fitness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
She loyal.
yeah.
She
So
loyal.
if you want to sign up to Crunch, just let her know. She'll give you a discount.
Hey.
Joking.
Everyone that's listening, she's actually here with us.
Yeah,
It's just
she's-
we don't have
she's-
another setup.
Yeah,
for a
yeah,
mic
yeah,
and
yeah.
that.
Maybe
She's
next
in the
time.
corner,
for sure.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe next time. Yeah, bro. Like, just going back. I mean, staying on this topic of your missus.
Yeah.
Like you guys linked up at a time where, you know, whether you liked it or not, the reality was like you needed someone. Like,
Yep.
And I think it is a true blessing in
Yeah.
disguise.
100%, bro.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if you're not able to vent some of the emotions being a guy, it's really, really hard to get shit out of your head and off your chest
Yeah.
and
I
off your
think that goes
shoulders.
for everyone.
And that goes
Yeah.
for everyone, not
Yeah.
even just guys. I know everyone goes through some shit, but
Yeah.
like especially in your situation, like Like, I wouldn't expect you to, you know, even if you reached out to me, like, even though I would be fucking down if you wanted to, like, link up at fucking Starbucks and, like, smoke for fucking 12 hours and you just need me to listen. You need me to listen, whatever it is. You feel me? Whatever it is. Like I'm that guy. Like, but if you fucking need me, I'll be there.
100%.
Even if it's over the phone or whatever. But I guess now, having been in a relationship for a couple months or whatever it is now.
It's 7 months.
7 months. Like, what is it? Like, what is it about her, bro? Feel me?
She's watching you.
She's watching me right now. She's watching what I say. What's it?
Obviously, like the religion stuff,
Yeah,
like, bro, that's huge.
Look, even before that, bro, like, I didn't know. First thing, I didn't know she was Christian. You know, I didn't hear up. I'm like, hey, are you Christian? Because I'm Catholic. You know what I mean? But like, I just started talking to her and getting to know her to the point where I can be really open with my past relationships and whatnot. I haven't been really open. You know what I mean? Like, I've been that guy to, like, not bullshit, but just not speak about so much of my past that I want to, because I wasn't at that level. Yeah. You know what I mean? But with her, like, I was able to open up to about everything, bro. And a funny thing was, like, I told her that, like, I used to talk to this person, I used to talk to that person, you know, like, obviously playing the field in that.
Of course.
Which saved me, because before our first date, she got warnings from 3 different girls saying that, you know,
here we go.
You know, don't date this guy, blah, blah, you know, he's got a past, this and that. But she took a chance and she looked past that and she said, you know what, he told me already, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, he told me already, so she went along with it, and then ever since then, like, it's been mad. It's been amazing, bro.
Good on you,
That's
bro.
so
like,
good.
it's
What if you didn't tell her?
Yeah.
Saved yourself there.
Tell her, bro. Yeah. I mean, many guys do that, bro. Like, look, no, not trying to out us, Jono, but like, many guys, bro, like, you know, we hide things, you know, not because we don't want the other person to know, but, you know, it's still kind of like a judgmental thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, she wasn't there with whatever I was going through, but it's good to tell the significant other of what you've been through, because, you know what I mean, it's just good to let them know where your headspace is at. You know, where you're at, you know what I mean? Not necessarily to the point where I did, where I literally outed everything. Yeah. But I did, because I know with her, I wanted to be an open book. Yeah. You know?
But it's so good, because, like, to your point, like, at the time when you're so vulnerable and someone's there for support, it just really, it's like that light at the end of the tunnel. 100%. It's like, bro, like, God couldn't have blessed me like this at this moment. Like, bro. He has right now. Like, this is what I needed. And he fucking answered my prayers or whatever. Like, obviously, like, I wouldn't have assumed, but like, were you super spiritual guy going, like, before everything kind of hit the fan? Like, were you like,
oh, bro, like,
because I'll be honest, I'm not. I'm still kind of not, but I know, I believe in, like, high power and shit. Like,
100%.
Like, how was it for you?
No, like, bro, I always believed in a God. Yeah. I've always thought that there's always a high power out there. You know what I mean? Like, I've got tats of Mary. I've got tats of the praying hands. You know what I mean? Because I am religious in a way where I do pray here and there. You know what I mean? Like, I do believe that God is there watching over us. You know what I mean? But it wasn't till probably late last year that I've actually started going to church. And, like, when I said she didn't drag me to church, I actually asked her, you know... Look
at this wholesome guy over here.
I actually asked her, look, I want to go to church with you. Like, I want to experience it, bro. Yeah. You know, not because, like, you know, I want to make her family like me. Yeah. You know, I mean, there is that thing. I
wouldn't have thought about that.
Like, that thing is there, but at the same time, I wanted to feel like, can I get that connection with God, bro? Because God did grant me blessings, bro. Like, God was there, bro. Like, my mum, you know, going through all that shit in the past, bro. My mum prayed every single night, and she told me she's praying every single night, bro. And, like,
shout out mum.
Yeah, shout out mum, bro. Yeah. And and dad too. But she prayed every night, and I actually prayed every night. And then me and my mum, I started going to church every on Sundays, leading up to the case, and only because I wanted to be there for her. You know, at the time I didn't reach out to God because, like, I wasn't like, oh, look, I'm going through this shit, so, like, you know, give me a blessing, give me an answer. Yeah. You know, I went to church because I wanted to be there for my mum, because that might be the last time I actually get to spend time with her. Fuck. You know what I mean? So the fact that I'm still here till this day, You know, being able to share this
Yeah.
with people, bro, is a blessing in itself. You
Yeah.
know, and to be here with you guys,
Yeah,
you
man.
know,
Yeah.
being a part of this thing that you both started
Yeah.
is a blessing in itself, bro. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
This is fucking
You
real.
know, like
This
we
is
may
good.
not see each other every day,
Yeah.
but
Oh, yeah.
you know, we may not
It's
be like,
even, yeah,
yeah, you know
100%.
what I mean. But like the fact that we can come together and do this, bro, is just amazing, bro.
Yeah,
You
we'll
know what I
we'll have
mean?
her on
Straight
again
out.
for sure, cause like we'll have the missus on, cause like we want to hear more about her. You know,
Want to hear her?
want to hear her too.
Yeah,
I'm sure everyone wants to hear her, cause like
yeah,
bro, like
she's probably at me.
She's probably like writing notes and what to say.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, this is oh, bro, I'm so happy for you, by the way. Like for you
appreciate
both.
that, bro.
Like I'm like thankful to you that like I know now that he's in good hands. Like you feel me? And
He's
like
pointing to.
I'm pointing to the one and only over there, the significant other over there.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, fucking oath. I'm really happy for you both.
Nah, I
Really
appreciate
happy for
that,
you
bro.
both.
Honestly.
We haven't actually seen each other in like how long?
Bro,
And this is the
yonks.
first time we've met her as well.
This is
so
the first time we've met.
Yeah.
The last time I
Special
seen you
day.
guys was when I was going through a lot.
Yeah.
You know, I actually reached out to you. I was like, you know, what I was going through, this and
Yeah.
that, and I wanted to tell you because you know you were a part of my life. You know, we may not hang out every single day or you know like communicate every single day and that, but
Yeah.
I believe that you know I wanted to tell you because you were there for me in a way where you know I felt that I had to tell you guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Ah,
Thank
fucking
you for
appreciate
Like I
it.
didn't have
sharing
like I didn't
and
have to, but I
Exactly.
did because I
Yeah.
respect you both, and you know you like Ali, you impacted my life in terms of
Yeah.
you know personal training, in terms of having that you know that mindset, you know, and pursuing goals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Jono as well too. You know what I mean? He's got his goals with real estate, got his goals with you know doing podcasts.
Yeah.
You know, and honestly, like I didn't see that side of Jono before. Like I used to always think that you know Jono's wanted the boys kick back, this and that.
Yeah.
You know, get up to no good, run amok. But he's got that side to him that
Yeah.
you know he's got that mindset, bro.
He does.
You know,
Yeah. And look, like to your credit, like
Straight.
I'm trying to lead by example. Like
Yeah.
we all grew up in the area where it's hard to make it out. You can say like a lot of
Yeah.
people, it's like not normal.
Yeah.
So when I'm doing what I'm doing, everyone's like this and that. Like it's like, bro, like it's not hard.
yeah, bro.
Like ask me if you
It's
have any
not.
questions. Like it's not hard. Like
Yeah.
buying real estate, you know, getting a job. Like I can help you get a job. Like just ask me if you want to live a better life.
Yeah.
I don't say I have the answers, but I can help you because I'm trying to get there too.
Yeah,
Like, we're all
100%,
trying
yeah.
to fucking get
Yeah,
there.
we're all
Yeah,
trying to
100%.
do it.
We're trying to
so-
make it, bro.
And like you know what, bro? Like just to give you a bit of an idea, like a lot
Mm.
of the people that I would have never thought that would listen to us is actually fucking has listened to us and listened to fucking everything that we put out.
Every
Like
episode.
you know,
Yeah.
I don't want to name drop, but like some of these boys that have told me, and I've bumped into them recently. They're like, I've listened to this and that. They've
Yeah.
texted me. They're like, bro, I did not know that. You know, like whatever, like the shit that you talk about, like I would have never thought, and like you
Yeah.
opened my mind, this and that. So, bro, it's like
100.
without a doubt in my mind, like when people go to listen to this, they're gonna take something away, and get a bit of an idea into how you and I and everyone else sees
Yeah.
you that know you, compared to people that you know scared to approach you.
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
know
yeah,
you,
yeah.
kind of judge,
Yeah, yeah.
sit on the side.
Yeah,
like, you know,
100%,
fuck,
yeah.
who's this guy, this and that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, at the end of the day, we're just trying to show people the other side of people, that probably they don't see,
Yeah.
essentially.
100%.
But yeah, was there anything else?
We'll go to.
Oh yeah, cool. This is so good. I
Yeah.
fucking love you, bro.
Nah, thanks for having me on, bro. I
Okay.
appreciate that, bro.
Of course, bro.
Honestly.
What's your strengths and weaknesses?
Oh yeah. Strengths and weaknesses. That's a good one because, you know, not many people know their own attributes.
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
like it's something where you're like, you actually don't know, you know. But on the top of my mind, my strengths would probably being confident in a way to actually share experiences. You know, like having the confidence to speak up.
Yeah.
That's one of my strengths. You
Mhm.
know, having a positive mindset is
Yeah.
another strength of mine. And trying to lead by example
Yeah,
is
100.
another one. Weaknesses, bro.
Well, you don't have to say weaknesses, but shit that you're working on that you know, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
like
yeah.
what you're
We've
trying
asked
to
this,
do.
Yeah.
asked this question before, I think.
Yeah.
Weaknesses, yeah.
I don't
Nah.
think we did.
Working on.
Like, what do you
Have
like
no
to-
weaknesses, like
Weaknesses? Nah, no weaknesses.
nothing at all.
No
Nah,
weaknesses.
I'm joking. No. Weaknesses, yeah, just, you know, everyone's weakness is they want to, you know, be a better version of themselves. You know what I mean? Work on themselves. You know, that's as what you guys are saying, it's not a weakness. It's, you know,
it's a constant, like a daily thing that
it's a daily thing. Yeah.
Are you like full into like personal development or anything like that? Like as like a side tangent or whatever like that?
As a side tangent.
No.
Not really?
No. I mean, in a way, yeah.
Like I'm not saying like personal development, read books and fucking listen to rah Tony Robbins type shit, but like you obviously have that thing in the back of your mind where you're like, okay, I was like this last year. Obviously, you've improved since that time.
Yeah, 100%.
So there's times where you're like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Obviously, was it like anything in particular that you've changed like since then?
Or
like
improved?
Improved, bro.
Sorry.
I've just changed my habits.
Yeah,
I've changed
Huge.
habits.
That's good.
I've, you know, set structure
yeah,
to my life, to
Yeah.
my days. You know, it's, you know, because everyone has days where it's still a constant battle.
yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
everyone's gonna have their highs and lows. You know, but structure and having a set or a planned day,
yeah.
you know, goes a long way. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, it
Like
does.
if you wake up, having even small goals for yourself, bro. Like, you know what, today I'm gonna go to the gym. You know,
Mhm.
today I'm gonna do my assignment. Today I'm gonna do something. You've set yourself a goal that will, you know, inevitably make you feel much better about yourself,
Yeah.
and not only that, set structure to your day
Yeah.
and give you purpose. Because when you start lacking purpose, that's when you start questioning yourself,
Mm-hmm.
who you are, bro. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
for
And like,
sure.
what am I doing with myself? You know what I mean?
Bro. I was going through that last year, bro. I don't know if you knew, but when I kind of quit my job and I was like trying to find my footing, I was like, what the fuck am I doing, bro?
Yeah.
Like, what am I doing right now? I was at one time, I was like in a warehouse flicking boxes, and I was literally like, bro, what am I
He
doing?
was losing his
I
mind.
was losing my head,
Yeah.
bro. And you've been through that, like,
Yeah,
as well. Like,
100%.
we've all fucking worked in a warehouse, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
bro.
And it's like,
Yeah.
it was brain dead work, bro. I'm there. I'm like, bro,
Yeah,
my
man.
I'm like, bro, I know I can. And she was trying to like fucking belt it into me, like, bro,
Yeah.
I'm doing so much better than
What
this.
into you?
Well, like, just like she was like, hey, like, and I knew, I'm like, she like, this is not who I envisioned myself to be. You feel
Yeah.
me? But yeah, man, fuck.
His strength was definitely not in warehousing. I'll tell you
Yeah, I
that.
think that's what it was, and I realized that. I'm like, yeah, I'm doing this because it's leading me to a better path, and I'm like, no, bro, you're just. I think I was too scared to admit it to myself, but I was like fucking scared. I was like too scared or something like that.
Yeah.
And then I kind of, you know, I don't work in real estate anymore.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
if you know, but like, yeah, I'm in a different spot now. And,
Yeah.
but yeah, like, I love what I do, and I'm
That's
just
mad.
trying to like do the daily, you know, grind day in and day out, take it one
100%.
day at a time
100%.
specifically. That way I can kind of zero in on my focus.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like to a guy's point, like we're like trying to like improve in our own ways. Was there any like goals that you've set? Like, wait, I don't want to take away from some of our questions. Do you want to like dive into some of the questions we missed out on earlier, babe?
So you want me to go into like the intro, outro now?
Yeah. Well, whatever happens, but like we kind of missed it. We kind of went into the meat and potatoes before the
I
entree.
was like,
Feel
what
me?
happened anyway?
Yeah, I don't know.
All right. So talking about being blessed, name like 3 ways. I know it's hard to like buckle it down to 3, but 3 ways you're blessed today.
Family, relationship, and having a God. That's it. That's how I'm blessed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's just the only way to put it. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah, for sure.
Can you elaborate as to why those are your answers? Why do you feel blessed?
Look, first off, family. They've obviously stuck by me there.
Yeah.
You know, 1, 2, 3. And relationship. You know, I've never been in a relationship where it actually helped me grow as a person.
Yeah, right.
You know, and God, He's always been there through everything. You know what I mean? Like, He's
Yeah.
watching right now, and He's like, you know what? You know, you're doing something good for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, He gave me the opportunity to sit down here and talk to you guys about
Yeah.
everything. So, you know what I mean? Bless up, you know?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so good. And we'll go into what would be the advice to your 18-year-old self.
You know what? Straight
Yeah.
out, the advice I'd give to my 18-year-old self, when I look past that, the advice would be, keep your head up, keep your head strong. You're only young, and a lot is going to happen in your life. You know what I mean? I can't take away, and I won't take away the experiences that I experienced. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because those experiences shaped me to the person I am today.
Yeah.
So what I went through, when I was 18, you learn a lot, bro. And like when people talk about street smarts, bro, like you gain street smarts. And it shapes people, bro. Like you guys go through experiences. It shapes you as a person. Whether they be bad or good. Everyone goes through some shit for a reason.
For sure.
And I've gone through what I've gone through for a reason, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
So yeah.
No, that's good. All right, so now we'll talk about some goals.
Yeah.
Fast forward 10 years, where would you like to be with your? And there's a few. So mental health.
Yeah. Yeah. Mental health. That's a tough one, man.
It's like a lifelong battle, but I mean,
that's a lifelong battle, bro. Everyone goes through their own mental health issues and that. But I support. First off, I support people going through mental health, and that's pretty much like everyone nowadays. You know what I mean? Like, not many people speak up about it.
Yeah.
In the next 10 years, I want to be at a place where I feel comfortable in my own skin.
Yeah.
Like not having anxiety. Because like I go through a bit of anxiety.
See, and I wouldn't have never
Everyone
thought.
does,
I'd
but
never. I would have never like just seeing you from the outside and like just even talking to you. I wouldn't have wouldn't have a clue that like you went through that.
Yeah, bro.
It's so weird.
Yeah. Is it something you're still working on now? Like, do you
100%.
ever get like anxious and
No, look, I mean, everyone gets anxious. Like everyone has anxiety and that, but I think this day and age, bro, like the world's moving so fast, bro, and like everything's so fast paced that we do actually inhabit anxiety. Many teenagers nowadays, or many young adults nowadays, experience anxiety or experience depression or experience PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorders nowadays because of experiences in their life. You know what I mean? Like, I don't experience that. I experience anxiety in some ways, but everyone will get it at some point.
Yeah.
But not many people talk about it.
But it's actually funny you say that because, like, being in, like, the place that, I mean, I'm just using myself as an example here, but I wouldn't even have thought that I have or I carry some of those traits in certain times. Like, if I'm at work or if I'm in a situation with Ellie or with some of my mates or even whatever, like I wouldn't like just being in that position. And I know because I know this is I'm acting different because I'm like this is like a symptom of like anxiety.
Yeah,
and I would have never thought because I start to like shake and shit.
Yeah, bro.
And it's weird. Like I wouldn't have thought I went through it, but like I'm like fuck, this is like it actually happens. And I'm not the guy. I wouldn't say I'm clinically or like certifiably. I've got all those things. But everyone like even if you don't show or like if you're not like clinically or whatever, like everyone carries those traits, unfortunately, and something that we have to fucking work on. I know Ali's been through some shit before, and she can speak more about it. I think just seeing her from what she went through at the time, it was like opening my eyes. And I mentioned this in another episode, but like I thought it was one of those things you can kind of just
brush off
and I was just like hella misinformed. Like one of those things like why are you like that? You know what I mean? And I was supporting her, of course, but I would just really open my eyes up to people in her case. And I think I kind of softened up to people like that because I'm like they're not like me. I can't assume everyone's all goods. I'm not even all goods, but like just assume everyone's fucking all goods. You feel me? There? Like
I feel you.
And even just being a guy, you can't even assume all guys are all goods. Like kind of go through some shit, especially going through what you went through. Even having those things, and you're still trying to like, trying to like communicate around with other guys or whatever. It's like it's hard, bro. Because like you got your own perception, and you're trying to like keep up or whatever it is. But like, because that's the thing. Like, I never wanted to. I never assumed. Like, I never thought that you went through that. And it kind of shocked me because like you're like this guy in my head. Like you're this. You know, like people have like this idea of you.
Yeah.
And then you actually, well, not that you're not all that, but like you just wouldn't have thought that they've gone through this.
Yeah.
And it's a huge eye opener because like. Like you like people now thinking they're probably thinking of some friends that might fit this bill or whatever.
Yeah, straight out.
But like you have people like whether you like it or not are probably not okay, and it's probably you know it's one of those things you should probably reach out and whatever and make sure people are okay and shit.
Bro, it's just growing up in Western Sydney, bro. Like,
is it? Yeah,
you know,
I
like,
feel like a lot of people don't have these issues unless you're actually from here. But
yeah, 100%. And like, look, it's not a bad thing. I mean, it kind of is, but like many people like come from good homes, bro. Like you come from good homes, I come from good homes. You know, everyone does. But as soon as you step foot out those doors, it's a whole different world.
Mm-hmm.
And in saying that is the fact that when you're at home, bro, you're nurtured, bro. You've got a place at peace. When you're out, when you step foot out those doors, bro, it's a whole different. It's a jungle out there, bro. You know what I mean? Like you never know what could happen, bro. What's the next thing that's gonna come around that corner?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, bro, it's funny you say that, right? I remember when I first started my first job in like corporate or whatever you want to call it. I remember I'm there and I'm this guy kind of fresh out of school, talking in a certain way, dressing in a certain way, and I remember I had to like wear my first suit and like be all professional. Whatever. Hello, Jeffrey. Like that type of shit, right? And I was like, I didn't know, but I'd slip up. I'd say cuz on the phone one time. I'll say brother and all that shit. And they're telling me like, hey, you probably should like.
You probably should stop.
You shouldn't say that, Jonathan. I'm like, look, I'm so sorry. Like, I need to practice. And I was recording myself over the phone, like practicing calls and shit. Yeah. Because I had no idea how much my upbringing and just being in this environment has actually influenced like the way I talk. And like, it's crazy. Like literally, even till this day, even in the office and stuff. Well, more so back in my old job than now. Obviously, I've learned like there's certain ways you have to speak to people. Yeah, especially I'm talking to some guy from like the Northern Beaches, and he's like never been to
lingo
fucking.
Is very different.
It's very it's very different, bro. So I'm there, and I have this complex where I know this guy is probably fucking loaded. He's rich or whatever, and I'm like. Fuck, I have this moment where I'm like, I know where I come from. I'm from fucking Mandurah. He doesn't know I'm from fucking Mandurah. And I start to talk, like I'm shaking. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like you have those moments where you're like, you know this guy's like from fucking eastern suburbs or whatever, and I'm trying to talk to him, but I'm like fucking, I'm starting to fold, bro. In my own boots, bro. Like, fuck, this is crazy. Yeah. I don't know if you've ever experienced that, but like, you know what I mean? Like,
I know what you mean,
bro.
You
know someone's from there. Yeah. And I'm like, fuck, I can't say bro. I can't say all this 100%. Shit. But I'm like, that's all I know. Yeah. And then I switch, bro. I substitute it. Instead of bro, I say mate. Yeah, hey mate, all good mate. Fucking those ones, you know, feel me? Yeah, it's like the same shit.
I feel It's like talking to your boss, bro. You're like, oh hey mate, how's it going? You know, full being mad a little bit, bro. And then like when you call up your mates, bro, like, how's what you doing, bro? Link up, eat wa. You know what I mean?
Bro, that's exactly
it. Straight out.
Funny, bro.
You know. And then when your boss calls you, oh hey mate, how's it going? Yes sir, this and that. You know what I mean? Like you know, imagine. Telling your boss, bro, eat while I'm coming down, you know, 1, 2, 3, but what the hell?
I dead ass can't. It's funny, bro. It's literally funny because like a lot of the people, like in my office now, I'm probably one of like, bro, like a handful. And when I say a handful, less than 5 people in the office that are from like the suburbs, like
bro,
in Western Sydney. And when we're like, and you know what I mean, like when you find people that you can relate to, it's easier to like socialize with them or whatever. So in the office, like there's a handful of people that I can like be myself around, right? Be myself, like who I am here. Yeah. And then there's other people that I don't know how to communicate. Yeah, like, bro. They're from different areas. I'm like, oh yeah, how's your smash avo? And like, you know what I mean? Like, what do I say to these guys? Like, how's your weekend? And they talk about fucking Randwick and whatever. Like, I don't know wherever that is, but like, what do people do, bro? You know what I mean? They don't talk the shit. They don't hit up Starbucks and talk shit and like this and that, blah blah blah. Like,
100%.
Like, what is hanging out to them? I don't know what it is. Yeah, you know what I mean? So yeah, I have that bit of a like a. I don't know exactly how to describe it or diagnose that, but like, you know what I mean, right?
Yeah, I know what you mean, but it's a lingo.
I think it's only people from Western Sydney when they go out to the city and they realize shit's different. Yeah. And it's like, bro, it's a fucking different world out there. To your point, bro, it's a fucking jungle,
bro. Past the bridge, like just
past the bridge. Like I noticed a lot of people from Northern Beaches like stay in Northern Beaches.
They don't go in this.
Like, they didn't go past Harbour Bridge, or they didn't even go to like North Shore area, like up like North Sydney, Killara, or like whatever it is. And some people in the eastern suburbs stay in the eastern suburbs, like, and like there's those people, and like I remember saying like it's like western suburbs, like Parramatta onwards. Like we like to stay there. It's its own city. Like we hardly come out to the fucking city unless we're someone's birthday. We're fucking running amok or whatever.
100%.
But yeah, but to your point, like a lot of the lingo, no one fucking understands.
No one understands.
No one understands. But it's something like, I mean, I don't beat my chest about it, but it's something like if you know, you know.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like if you know, you know. Like
yeah.
it's one of those things. Like, and I don't know. I guess especially when you're in a position where you're in like a work environment and stuff like that, you know. And I don't know if you've experienced this, but like you kind of just stay close to people that you can relate to, whatever.
Yeah, 100%.
And I'm trying, but I'm trying my hardest.
I'm
trying my hardest to like get out there and like, oh, this is what wine and cheese and, and shit. I don't know what the fuck that is. Like, let's be real, bro. I don't know what that shit is, bro.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So it's
do you get that work now? Because like you said that you have to work with clients and you're traveling a lot.
So like,
fucking feel me? Like,
yeah, bro. So like, you know, especially traveling, bro. Especially going to New Zealand and that, like they have a whole different lingo there too. You know, especially their accent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when I start talking the Western Sydney accent, you know what I mean? They're just like, they look at me and they're like, oh, are you speaking your native tongue, or like is that different? Like, is that a different like language? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, bro, it's so different there, and especially like dealing with like clients and stuff like that. Like I try to keep it so professional, where I feel like I'm not even the same person, bro.
Yeah.
And like especially like corresponding with emails and stuff. You know, when I like message the boys, I'm like, "Oi, cuz, what are you doing, bro? Let's do this and that, blah blah, 1, 2, 3." And when I message the boss, I'm like, "Hey mate, how's it going? Yes, no worries. Corresponding to your email." Start talking, bro. Just pulling words out of my ass, like you know, like I have the dictionary in my brain. You know what I mean? You know.
Oh my god.
So like it's just you're just pulling words from a tree, you know, just to accommodate for different people.
Yeah. I totally get you, bro. I mean, definitely you can't put me in that position, and I'm talking the way I'm talking.
Yeah,
100%. I wouldn't close deals. I wouldn't fucking. I wouldn't have any fucking clue what I'm doing, bro. They'd fire me or something, bro. Like, I need to fucking change. But I mean, like it's all right. Like at the end of the day, like it's all right.
I'm sure we could talk about it all day.
Yeah, I really definitely can.
We'll move on to like physical health.
Yeah.
In 10 years.
Shredded. Always.
Physical health in 10 years. Mr. Olympia.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm joking. No. Physical health in 10 years. Just to be active, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Like not necessarily I'm going to like try compete or be shredded or whatnot in the next 10 years, but just to be somewhat physically active.
Of course.
You know, because if you look good, you feel good. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
100%.
Yeah.
That's
100%.
That pretty much sums that up. That's good.
Straight up.
All right, next one is wealth and business.
You know, secure the bag. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Always gotta secure the bag.
You gotta secure the bag, bro.
Always.
Nah, just you know, bettering yourself. You know what I mean? If you're pursuing a business, you know, for me, I want to pursue a business one day. That's just to be able to support my family and hopefully my missus and stuff like that.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
you will, bro. You will.
Yeah, hopefully, bro. Hopefully, man.
You will.
But yeah, health is wealth, bro.
Yeah,
health is wealth.
Take action. And then obviously the missus in 10 years. Intimate relationship.
10 years.
She's right here, so there's a bit of pressure there.
She's giving me the resting bitch face right now. Jokes. The next 10 years, bro. You know, hopefully settle down, have a family.
Of course.
You know, not jumping too quick, but you know, obviously settle down, bro.
Of course.
You know, have a family and just live the best life.
Yeah.
You know,
100.
if you find that right person, and I'm pretty sure you both found each other. You know, like.
I hope so.
Oh my gosh.
Nah, of course. I know.
Don't second guess now, bro. You're in this for the long haul.
I'm talking shit.
But nah.
Of course.
Yeah, like when you find that right person, bro, the next 10 years, you know, it'll fly, but you know, as long as it's with that person, you know, that's all that matters, bro.
Bro, I'm so curious, right? And
Yeah.
I'm sure later down the line we'll have you both on one time, I'm sure. But like how's your family like received like the missus, like open arms, of course, but like how, like they know obviously like how much of an influence she's been and like how good of whatever. Yeah,
bro. Like my mum loves her, bro. Like she probably doesn't know this, but my mum really appreciates her. You know, because she knows that she puts me in a good headspace.
Yeah.
You know, my dad really welcomed her with open arms.
For
But it's
sure.
like, he told me one day, he's like, I really like this girl. You better not fuck these up. You know what I mean?
Straight up.
Straight up, bro. Yeah, that's that white dad. You know what I mean? Having that white dad. My white dad's like, so when's the wedding? You know what I mean? And my mum, on the other hand, she's like, oh, so in the next 10 years, what are you gonna do with yourself? Hopefully you're successful, blah blah. But my dad's like, when's my grandkids?
Oh,
you know what I mean? It's just, it's a bit,
Yeah.
it's what happens when you got a white dad and a fellow mum. They have different mindsets, bro. But they both mean well, so they're both welcome to with open arms and that, and I appreciate that,
That's
bro.
good. That's good. I'm glad to hear, man.
Yeah.
How many kids?
That's good.
Huh?
How many
Oh, here
kids?
we go.
Oh.
We've spoken about this.
We've
part,
spoken
yeah.
about
Probably,
it, yeah.
I'm hoping probably 2 boys, 1 girl.
Oh, yeah,
Ooh,
3.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Not
Have
many
you
girls,
actually
bro.
spoken about it yet?
Yeah, we have.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Nice.
I have to, bro. We speak about everything, bro.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's good, bro.
Yeah.
That's
Fucking
actually
hell.
really
Fine.
good. That's a good
fucking-
sign.
This is so good. Yeah.
Straight, man.
Alright, so family and friend relationships.
Yeah. Like, I have, everyone's got many friends, but I have a close group of friends who I really respect and love, bro. Shout out to Rodney, shout out to Mace.
Yeah.
There's many people I want to shout out to. But yeah, I have a good relationship with everyone.
Yeah.
I hold no grudges.
Of course.
I have no beef, and I haven't burnt bridges.
Good.
I just say that not many people eat at your table, but as long as everyone eats, bro, that's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%. I like the way you put that, bro. Fucking,
Yeah.
here we go. Yeah. Cool. Fucking oath.
And then spiritually.
Spiritually, what do you mean?
So
Like,
in 10
how long?
years,
10 years
where do
spiritually,
you maybe closer
Fucking
with
Super
God?
Saiyan
I
5,
don't
bro,
know.
this one.
Like,
bro. 10
it's a
years.
bit different for
10
everyone.
years, bro. Probably become a pastor, eh?
Fuck.
Nah, just jokes. Nah. Nah. In 10 years,
You
bro.
shocked the missus there.
Yeah, she gave me a look. She's like, "What?" I was like,
Oh,
"Nah."
I didn't know. Yeah.
10 years spiritually, just
Keeping
become
that
closer to
connection.
God, bro.
Sure.
That's good.
Always keeping that relationship with God is good, because it just puts you at a place where you're at peace and
Yeah.
you're at ease.
Yeah.
And I never experienced this before. Like, I always just brushed it off as, I believe in God, but I don't actually explore those avenues
Yeah.
where I just have time to myself and reflect
Yeah.
and actually ask God, certain things.
Yeah.
Many people don't, but you should look into it, because it makes you feel better as a person spiritually. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 100.
Is that relationship, like having
It's
a
that
relationship
relationship,
with God,
Yeah.
inviting Him
Yeah.
in?
No matter what God, no matter what religion you are in,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's always a significant other.
Bro,
you know.
hearing like people that come on, because like I'm not like super religious.
Yeah,
or anything
yeah,
like that,
yeah.
But seeing that it's helped you,
Yeah.
like it's getting me to open up to the idea, because like I wouldn't say I'm like super spiritual or anything like
Yeah,
that.
100%.
Religious, yeah, I grew up that way.
Yeah,
almost
yeah,
like
yeah.
every other Philip
Yeah.
family or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good that it's worked for you, man. Like that it's giving you
Thanks, bro.
that path, like that, like that you're always guided. You
Yeah.
feel me? Like
Yeah.
you're not like yourself. You're not by yourself.
Yeah,
like
bro.
you're never by yourself at all. Never ever.
Yeah.
So it's good, bro. Just seeing you from the outside, because a lot of
Yeah, I
things have
appreciate that,
changed since
bro.
the
Yeah,
last time
bro.
I saw you,
Yeah,
man.
Yeah,
man.
a lot has changed, actually.
100%, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, the last one for the 10-year one is happiness. Everyone takes it differently, so
Yeah.
take it however you want to take it.
Tell how it is. Happiness, the next 10 years, no one would know where you're at in the next 10 years,
Yeah.
but all you can say is build steps towards being a happier person. You know what I mean? Like, just build goals.
Yeah.
Just build that path where
Yeah.
you actually are content and happy with life. You know what I mean? Like, you're telling me now, how you are going to be in the next 10 years. No one will know. You know what I mean?
No one knows.
No
but
one
you're
knows,
always working. Like, you feel
But like, you will build those steps. You will build those steps slowly.
yeah.
Right
a step
now,
at a time, right?
a step at a time, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
right now, I'm happy. You know what I mean? I'm in the best position at this point in time.
Fucking, you look good too,
you
bro.
know.
Yeah, you fucking look.
Nah.
Yeah, of
nah.
course.
Nah,
But
we
it's
all
good to
look
hear.
good. We all look
Yes, we
good in
are.
our different ways. You know what I mean?
We're all different.
Yeah, we're all different, bro.
No, that's good, because
Yeah.
the happiness one is a bit of like a I don't know. I'm gonna have to change it because I'm already gonna out this. It's like a trick question.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are like, I need to be happy when I have this.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I've been asking it a lot lately.
Mad. So did I pass the test or what?
I think you passed the test. Because you're meant to just be happy now. Like you just don't have a reason to be happy.
Yeah, 100%.
It should just be like, I'm happy.
Yeah.
I would have failed that.
Jono's got that like business mindset. Like in the next 10 years, he's got like some business plan. You know what I mean? He's got some.
I don't know.
Some set.
Oh, he's
some
different.
set
No. I'm more like that.
She's actually more like that. I'm like, I'll just go with the flow. I'm just doing me now. Like this is. I
think the big reason why I asked this is because
here we go.
It gets you to think.
Yeah.
Because we don't know what is going to happen in the next 10 years if we're even going to be here, but at least you have some sort of a guide as to where to go. It's like on a map, like when you're like, okay, I need to go to the city, you're not going to just try wing it. You're going to look at Google Maps or something, and you're going to actually look at the route to get there. So it's just having a guide, but as you go onto that path, you can pivot, you can change. It's like, oh, maybe this is actually not what I want. I'm going to change it to this.
100%.
Like, see? So that's why I asked these. And it gets people to think, you know.
Yeah, 100%.
A lot of the listeners have told me that.
I want to say something. All right,
say something.
I want to say something right
Go
now.
hard.
This is going to be like, I'm G'ing it up for nothing. But yeah, we're actually coming out with T-shirts, guys. BlessedPod T-shirts. So we'll take your details, mate, and we'll keep it on file because we're going to come out on it's still very far away. Oh, maybe pretty close than I think. But yeah, it's going to be our own branded shirts that we're coming out with. It was something that I didn't know. I didn't think about it.
He's putting it into fruition because we actually
I'm talking
haven't
it into. I'm manifesting it because it's never gonna happen if I don't say it. Like everyone's gonna keep me accountable. Everyone's gonna wonder where the shirts are and shit. But like everyone that we've had on, like we're gonna give shirts to them. We're gonna give shirts to you.
100%. I love that shit.
We're still sorting out the designs and shit. I don't know, but
it's
coming out.
For sure. We're gonna change it up today, and I'm gonna get Jono to do the rapid fire questions. So I prepared them, but he'll
straight up.
Hectic. This is my first time making my debut here with the rapid fire questions. Yeah, we're wrapping it up, but like, we've got rapid fire questions for you, bro.
Yeah, bro.
It's about 12. And we'll just belt it out, bro. Whatever comes to mind, right? Yeah. I'll make this.
The first thing that comes to mind that you have like 3 seconds.
Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. All right. So first one, graphic design or PT?
Both.
That defeats the purpose.
I throw you a curveball, bro.
Reading or listening?
Listening.
Introvert or extrovert?
Extrovert.
Morning or night?
Morning.
Night out or night in?
Night in.
Gold or silver?
Gold.
Assertive or aggressive?
Assertive.
Hard worker or smart worker?
Smart worker.
Squats or deadlifts?
Deadlifts.
Cardio or weights?
Weights.
Indoor or outdoor?
Indoor.
Creative or logical?
Creative.
This one's for the listeners. What piece of advice would you like to leave them with?
Follow your goals, learn from your experiences, and stay blessed, bro.
Fucking F. Oh, actually, I got another one.
Okay.
You got another one? Because like we had Eliza on that time. What would be the one word that like kind of describes your year thus far? Or what's that one word that you'd say that would describe your year?
What, this year?
Yeah, like a one word that sums it all up. Like, I know it's not over, but like,
spontaneous.
I was like, fucking no. Well,
thank you for coming through.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate you having me.
You did really well on that one.
Oh yeah, I'll add to that, bro. Yeah. Appreciate you having taking the time out of your schedule to come through.
A busy schedule.
Share your experiences, share your stories, share your lessons with people and us today. It's good to see you doing good. Good to see and meet the missus as well. We'll definitely have you on again sometime soon, hopefully. We'll add to it's still early days, but we're adding to this setup here. So hopefully we'll have a fourth very soon. But those T-shirts are coming soon. Before we wrap up, like usually we get people to plug their socials and stuff.
Yeah. Did you want to plug your social or?
Yeah. Steezy_.
That's just
And
Instagram.
That's just my Insta. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone really just plugs only their Instagram.
Yeah. Follow my missus clothing little thing she's got going.
Oh, shit.
At Jazil's Closet. Yeah, on
You wanna
Insta.
spell
Yeah,
that
you're
out?
gonna have to show
she's,
me that, bro.
Have to spell that
yeah.
out as
Yeah.
well.
Well, we'll add it to the description anyway.
Because her name's
can't
quite
spell.
different.
No, I'm joking.
Her name's quite different, like to
What
the
is
normal
it?
spelling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know how to pronounce her name when I first met her, but I used to just call her Jazz. So what's my full name? Yeah, Jazz.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, bro.
Well, I'm curious about what the spelling is, but we'll probably take this
straight.
offline.
100%.
But yeah, bro, I appreciate you coming through. This will be up very soon, but a lot of people, definitely a lot of takeaways from this one, bro. I appreciate you
For
coming
sure.
through for sure.
No, honestly.
And
thanks for
we'll
having me,
definitely
man.
have a
Love.
part 2. Yeah.
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah, for sure.
Appreciate that.
All right, that pretty much wraps up this
Thank you all for
today's episode. We
listening.
love you all. Until next time.
Bye.
T-shirts coming soon.
Sweet.